I ain't never had to run, I ain't never had a question about where I was from, and never had a reason, never had to be in season, never had a whack audience, never saw people leaving, never thought I'd be invited to your special region, and you ain't never been so excited with letting me in, and it was never part of my practice for you to never listen to whack after people in our track list. They never spit the facts, and I'm never the type to hate, but I never congratulate a nigga if he fake, and I ain't saying that I never had an off day, and I ain't saying that I never made mistakes, but I never made the mistake of not learning, and I never made the mistake of not earning. And some people never get it right, they stop growing, never getting open and they lied, it stops glowing. And I ain't never tried to hide what's kept inside, unless it tests my pride, and then I can never decide. And I've never used never to show so many reasons we got as good of a chance as any. And you ain't never heard nothing like this, but you should never think that this is just what you get. And you ain't never ever heard nothing like this, but you should never think that this is just what you get. You get what you get, you get what you get. Always, and I was thinking, always, forever, eternity, all of the above, getting thrown around like the word love. And I shrug, knowing that it's kinda hard to say what I would be for always, let alone today. We were raised wondering what we would be as adults. We was always wishing, but most are never living it up. They always at the club waiting for a distraction. You can be at the house putting goals into action instead of always relaxing. I was always high, the bloodshot I got with goofy grins, a visage or facade for what I'm feeling within. Always getting the same results, putting the same thing in. When keeping it real goes right, today I hold tight to the dreams I had on elementary nights. Always till they come again, to my offspring. This song be the offering, how will you be responding? I'll never not be the hottest since the prom king. On some heavy D, you best believe we got our own thing. But always, I can say with no delay, this is the countdown. People, let me hear you say. Here, and we always will be. Never be afraid of real see, 'cause we ain't never going out. We're always here, and we always will be. Never be afraid of real see.
Never spit a lyric that's a lie.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
And at the jams I got my man to the side.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
None come test, let them try.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
Still the same, we spill game, do or die.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye. Lyrical backflips and verbal gymnastics, moving, talking practice, strong arm tactics, authentic with no theatrics. Cats coming with gimmicks trying to mimic, but they over their credit limit. Can't charge it to the game, it's denied and rejected. You need to try again when your technique's perfected. Elected Minister of Global Affairs, ups the mainstream. I just want respect from my peers when I blow. Sell shares of stock in OUO. Rap fans and critics all ears like Ross Perot. Thorough like a thoroughbred, so many are misled. Need to stop rapping, keep your day job instead. Check the flows of pros, got you nervous like ex-cons. Dropping lyrical bombs even if it's Ramadan. Rap of Khan licking shots at your enterprise. Best defense is the element of surprise.
Never spit a lyric that's a lie.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
And at the jams I got my man to the side.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
None come test, let them try.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
Still the same, we spill game, do or die.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
One love, one life to live, one heart, one life to give gladly. Sadly, he's bleeding badly. I'm wishing had we at least spoken. Told me he was broken, the way that mics get open. We figure some, dish it out, take a different route. Sip a Guinness stout and think about if I'm in or out. If he had his doubts, one day at a time. One step elevates the mind, when rhyme penetrates, elaborates. Check my design, I'm #1 with the bullet embedded inside your brain. Picture that, 5 for 7, I'm frozen within the frame. One chance at clutching mics, I got bonds of picture strike. One night I place a ring on the finger, make her my wife. 1 in a million seeds are fertilized. 1 in a million just might make it in the backseat of a Jeep. She fell in love and once got naked. One kid in every crew might fake it. I'm rolling snake eyes since 11, had the same dream. 1 point down against the same team. 1 in the chamber, 1 step away from danger. 1 individual can change and rearrange your whole life. And rearrange your whole life.
Never spit a lyric that's a lie.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
And at the jams, I got my man to the side.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
Then come test, let him try.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
Still the same, we spill game, do or die.
Yeah, we seeing eye to eye.
Where we ride, stand up. Where we ride, brave bold. Y'all know where them gangsters walk at. Come on, one love. Let's go. Yo, this is where we ride. WS, home of the beat. Ironic, ain't nobody here free on Liberty Street. They either locked up or feeding one way or another for that paper or for them white stones. It's making them suffer. I'm so busy dodging them demons that covers. They can't see the light. Secret indictments keep my people grieving at night. But this is home on the sides of the grove, and everywhere between we all trying to get at that cream. Losing our dream, cats sleepwalking, trying to stay clear. A time keeping them judges fogging the budgets just to empty the streets. Don't get confused thinking it's sweet. Below the Mason Dixon, get found shot in your Jeep minus the dough and the links. We starving out here, so stunting ain't advised for the week. $1.50 rearrange account when it's like the Sphinx in memory of the gardens and BDP. I welcome all y'all to WSNC. WS, home of the 4/5 cock. Out of towners better play it right. It's hard living, ain't nobody free on the streets, but we guys in the prisons, you know. WS, home of the 4/5 cock. Out of towners better play it right. It's hard living, ain't nobody free on the streets, but still guys in the prisons, you know. So all my Cleveland projects heads is died in the feds, and all my 10th Street villains with big heat, it's all love. Everybody, roll my young head Gotti. I'm glad you came home making legit dough. It's the Piedmont Circle, Colony Place, Knowledge, Cisco. My brothers Donnie Brasco, Ray Sonic, College, Rolling Hills, cats getting that dough. Who got the scammer? CP, Joaquin, and all my Broadway heads. I promise to keep it gutter and ride for the cause. Cause Darryl Humphrey don't mean the war over, they just sounding the charge. Cause more pigs flood the street as we speak. If you ain't in it for yourself, keep the babies, dog, the future is deep. Cause it's malicious cops flooding the block, scouting for future felons of America. Stop, too late to retreat, or get a first class ticket to Church Street. All expenses paid by Pat Norris, dog, they trying to destroy us. Come on. WS, home of the 4/5 cock. Out of towners better play it right. It's hard living, ain't nobody free on the streets, but we guys in the prisons, you know. WS, home of the 4/5 cock. Out of towners better play it right. It's hard living, ain't nobody free on the streets, but still guys in the prisons, you know. Yes, y'all, the home of Chris Paul and Ray Sean Terry. Big house games, R.I.P. I'm striving to be more like he. Desperate to even up the score I see. Or win it all costs, sometimes there ain't no OT. We flip the bird at local NAACP. They ain't saying a word, son. Till the ambulance come, we tired of dying too young. So the average teenager pump krills to buy a gun, cause there's nowhere to run. So after work I hear CNC to holler and slurp, and down a few ponies to keep a G from going berserk. Might hear a few oldies and zoom back a few years to when we did baby shed moves and nails, but slow down. Now late night, it's like a ghost town. Hard to relax when every block popos round, watching us like vultures. A spray we out expressing our culture, getting closer, composing a plot to overthrow you. Here we ride.